And now before I finish my front assembly, I am going to set my neckline so I can see the balance. We're going back to the standard and reading about the neck. It says long tapering neck with no throatiness, deep at the base and rising well up from the shoulders. So a long neck. I love long necks on poodles and especially on Bedlingtons because they look so graceful and beautiful and balanced. So what I'm going to do is this. I am going to find the base of the neck of this particular dog, the natural base, and see where his shoulder is. This is where his shoulder is and his natural neck. His natural neck is about this long. For me, this is not a long neck. For me, this is a moderately, somewhere in between long and short, which I have to create a long neck on the Bedlington. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this shoulder line further back. I'm going to find the deepest, lowest part of his body in the top line. And it's going to be right about here. And I'm going to set my shoulder at the lowest part of the top line so we can create a longer neck. So I am just going to blend in and scissor the neck into the shoulder. And then I'm going to put a mark there of where I want my base of the neck to be. So it is going to be a straight shear because we want a flat shoulder. And just blending into the clipper lines. And a Bedlington Terrier haircut and trim for a show dog, or if you're doing a Bedlington in your competition ring, or just for your client because you're trying to be a great stylist. I don't know anybody who would not like their dog to look like this walking down the street, having all this attention. It's just, we have to educate our clients that, let's say your poodle can look like this and just do it. So this is where I'm thinking of putting my neckline in. So I'm just going to take my curved shears and go and set my neckline right where I want it to be to make it as long as possible. In all reality, I am a breed standard freak, so I know and read a lot of breed standards, and there's not a lot of breed standards that would actually say long neck, and that's it. The wording is usually moderately long, or as long as the dog needs to have a proper gait or something like that. This is one of the few breeds that actually says long neck. So I just want you to see the difference in the placement of the neck and the length that we're creating. If I were to put the neckline in my trim on the natural neck base, it would be right here. So we would lose about 1.5 inches of length on the neck by moving it behind the shoulder and right on the top line where there's a lowest part of it. So I think we've achieved a long neck here.